Many have already heard that now Jennifer Lopez is not living the best time in her career, in business. And in a relationship with Ben Affleck, not everything is as sweet as JLO herself willingly demonstrates. Her new album fails miserably, and firm critics to fans, everyone speaks negatively about her documentary, which she produced herself. This is followed by the cancellation of concerts due to low ticket sales, and the cherry on the cake is JLO's numerous accusations of lying, related to the promotion of his cosmetics with filters and Botox injections. And today, we will figure out where Hey JLO started, and whether everything is so serious. Let's get started. Jennifer Lopez has actually been popular for so long that depending on the era in which you were born, you may know her in different ways. For someone, she is the greatest singer of her time. For someone, she is an actress of romantic comedies. For someone, she is just a pop diva who is known for her breakups and relationships. But what unites all these eras is that from the very beginning Jennifer Lopez was subjected to great criticism. Throughout her career, JLO blames the fact that she doesn't really sing her songs, but other vocalists do it for her, who are subsequently successfully forgotten. For example, many believe that Jennifer Lopez stole the song and vocals of the singer Ashanti, and almost destroyed her career. According to Ashanti, her track, which has already been recorded and mixed by idol Jennifer Lopez, who subsequently leaves the voice of Ashanti herself, but releases the track Am Real under her own name. Another scandal related to the theft of the song was between Jennifer Lopez and Mariah Carey. The fact is that at that time Mariah Carey was in a relationship with Tommy Mottola, and their marriage was not going very well. And Mariah wanted to terminate the marriage and the contract with Sony. And since Tom Mottola didn't quite like it himself, he gave the already recorded song by Mariah Carey to Jennifer Lopez, who subsequently successfully releases this track. By the way, after that, Mariah and Carey did not miss this opportunity to tease Jennifer Lopez. The mayor said, "If I had the luxury of not singing my own songs, I would do it too." By the way, another scandal related to singer Natasha Ramos broke out relatively recently. She posted a video on TikTok where she told that it was she who was singing the same song by Jennifer from the quarter. She also claims that she sang almost 90% of this hit on her own, for which she was paid only a couple of dollars. Yes, Natasha Ramos herself said that she was paid only a few dollars for this song, and in fact, she sang the whole song on her own. And JLO just gets a fee for it. Well, I think it's pointless to talk about the royalties that go only with this song by JLO in your pocket, because the bill goes for millions and millions of dollars. I wonder if Jennifer knows that I was paid so little for all the work I did on her album. I really hope she doesn't know that. I really hope she didn't. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure she was in that room. As Jennifer Lopez herself says, she is very proud of her roots from the Bronx. And this actually causes, of course, respect, but only many who live there do not quite like it. Yali doesn't like it. And when I was growing up here, I always heard people call her a traitor, because every time she mentions the Bronx or comes here, she does it in order to sell something. And allegedly, when her Holy Cross High School approached her with a request for donations for the construction of a basketball court, because the children were playing basketball on the street, she said no. Allegedly her Catholic high school, Preston, also approached her for donations, and she said no. And from what I've seen growing up, people feel that she only talks about the Bronx when she needs to make money from it. And that's fine, but the bigger problem is that she doesn't give anything to the community she benefits from. JLO herself said that she did not have the easiest childhood and that her family lived very modestly. JLO told how she and two other sisters shared one bed for three. But according to those people who lived next door to her, she lived in a fairly comfortable house with 5 bedrooms. If she grew up in the Castle Hill neighborhood of the Bronx, it was a typical middle-class experience. And this, of course, does not fit in with what kind of impression Jennifer Lopez really wants to make on her fans. Because you're so far down the block from the Bronx, you need to not only look like a celebrity to appear more sociable, but also stop trying to remain the person you haven't been for most of your life at the moment. In the real world, the Kardashian family is heavily criticized by the public, mainly for the influence they have on the beauty industry, ranging from retouching of all body parts, ending with plastic surgery, well, also of all body parts, it turns out. But some suggest that Jennifer Lopez may even have a worse impact on the beauty industry, and has a more negative impact on beauty standards than the Kardashian family. The fact is that for the last 15 years, and you probably noticed it too, Jennifer Lopez has been trying to show herself as an eternally young and not aging diva. You know, such a woman whom you can never reach. She will always be young, energetic, more athletic. If you look at her recent photos on social networks, you might think that she is not 54, but only 20. Her body is super toned without stretch marks, her face is wrinkle-free, and her skin seems to glow from the inside. There is a feeling that Jennifer Lopez has eternal youth and constantly proves to us that in fact, you can never grow old. And this myth has been supported for a long time by both the media and JLO herself, thereby tying a mountain of complexes to a large number of women. But only in real life, Jennifer Lopez looks completely different. Yes, she looks just as beautiful, just as well-groomed, but she looks her age. She, just like ordinary women of her age, has wrinkles, the texture of the skin, and the body does not always look flawlessly toned. And of course, in all these photos, she looks just as amazing, but only with all the nuances that age has given her. And I think that if Jennifer Lopez had stopped being portrayed as the eternally aging queen of anti-aging, she would have received less hate from those women who really showed age signs. Because of this they feel depressed. And in order to maintain her myth of the eternally aging Jennifer Lopez, she went further. The pop diva has released her line of cosmetics JLO Beauty. But despite all the popularity and a large fan base, the cosmetics brand JLO is failing. Some netizens post photos with Jennifer Lopez's products, claiming that they are literally gathering dust on the shelves in stores due to lack of sales. Subsequently, Sephora excludes JLO Beauty products from its stores, which was a big blow for the brand, since now the JLO cosmetic brand can only be purchased on their official website. Many argue that the failure of JLO Beauty could have occurred due to the lack of influencer marketing, since now it is he who is the main lever in the promotion of cosmetic brands. And since JLO resorted to advertising from well-known influencers, she advertised her brand herself, after which she was sharply criticized on the internet. The fact is that when Jennifer Lopez goes on the air to advertise a beauty product, she applies filters, clearly hinting that it was her products that contributed to the fact that her skin looks so good. There is a lot of outrage on the web about the fact that it looks like a deliberately false advertisement for a product from which you definitely should not expect any result. Jennifer Lopez is accused of using a digital filter when promoting her skincare products. And of course, in addition to high prices, lack of marketing and sales only on the official website of JLO Beauty. The main reason for the failure is that Jennifer Lopez is not associated with her cosmetics in any way. If fancy beauty users are sure that Orion is not only a manufacturer, but also a consumer of this cosmetics, then with JLO Beauty, unfortunately, there is no such association. At the age of 2024, Jennifer Lopez releases her first album in the last 10 years. This album is dedicated to the career, life, and relationship with Ben Affleck. But this is not just an album, but part of a large project that consisted of 3 parts. Together with the album, she also announced the film This Is Me Now, followed by the documentary The Greatest Love Story. In it, by the way, she shared personal love letters that Ben had written to her earlier. At one point in the film, Ben Affleck confessed, "I have always believed that these things are private, sacred and special. Because they are intimate, no one should see them." And do you agree? Is it really strange to show your partner's love letters to the whole world? What do you think? As many claim, JLO has a narcissistic nature, and it was her general self-confidence That prompted her to spend $20 million on 3 projects dedicated to herself. Spoiler: successfully failed. It all starts with the album itself and the movie to it, or rather with negative reviews and not very good ratings. The album itself was a resounding failure. Only 14 albums were sold in the first week, and it occupies only the 38th line in the Billboard chart. In addition to another documentary, allegedly merged videos began to spread online, where Jennifer Lopez and her team discuss celebrities who do not want to participate in the filming of the film. But after the singer Lizzo said that she had not received any invitation to participate in the film. "Nobody told me anything. Nobody asked me. JLO, I love you." Many have had disputes about the fact that she actually invited celebrities or simply used their names in her company. Also, many people on the web are discussing an excerpt from the documentary, which has been viral, and shows the whole essence of Jennifer Lopez. He's not going to give up on this wedding. I mean, and who's having a wedding? Is he participating in this wedding? I want you to call him. Imagine what right you should have to ask a man to cancel a wedding in order to star in a shitty movie. And don't you think that if a person asks to cancel someone's wedding, it speaks of his selfishness and self-conceit? After her album failed, and the film received mostly negative reviews, despite the whole picture, Jennifer Lopez decided not to stop and finish everyone off with her announcement of a tour of more than 30 cities in America. "I'm going to jail this summer. Yes. Yes, I'm going on tour this summer. I think we'll start in Orlando on the 26th of June, and the pre-sale of tickets will begin next Tuesday." Jennifer Lopez is facing massive criticism from her fans even before the start of her tour. JLO, Jennifer just looked at the ticket prices for your show. $450, is that what you mean? Was it an accident? I need to have a session with your Delulu coach, because who are you? I think you need to go back and listen to your new album, because then you'll say, "Oh, I shouldn't charge people so much." You need to have at least as many Grammys to be able to charge that kind of fee. That's $100 more than I paid for Beyoncé, and she has so many Grammys. So Jennifer Lopez concert tickets just went on sale, right? Pre-sale. And you know what I mean. I had to check the ticket prices. So I looked, the cheapest tickets they have are $79.95. To pre-order tickets to the JLO fan club. All right. And that's for section 200 all the way up to the top. Good. This is for the Roseman Theater, which is very tiny. Now I wanted to check here starting at $2. That's to $1,495 to go see Jennifer Lopez at the Roseman Theater. Pause. Jennifer? Jennifer, aren't you the Jenny from the block? Like $79, $80, mostly without fees. All right, section 200. But $1,500, basically, stop it. Of course, not every fan will be able to attend a concert for such a price. So, due to low ticket sales, Jennifer Lopez was forced to cancel several concerts in different states of America. Hooray! There have been problems since she announced it. It was supposed to be just a tour in support of her new album, which she later renamed the Greatest Hits Tour, during the midweek ticket sales. And then she also quietly canceled 7 concerts because the sales in those cities were just terrible. And even after the rebranding, sales were no better. And it got to the point that her upcoming Vegas residency was also under threat, so she decided to cancel it completely. She is also going through some personal difficulties due to the separation from her husband Ben Affleck. I will say that moving forward, I assume she is just going to spend this residency in Vegas, which in my opinion is the best space for her anyway. People will see this show. I mean, she loves Vegas so much, and she has a ton of fans. Also, many people have the opinion that Jennifer Lopez, after looking at the sold-out Beyoncé tour and the successful Taylor Swift Eras tour, she wanted the same thing. But only unlike Beyoncé and Taylor, Jennifer Lopez has forgotten to maintain the interest of her fans in recent years, but simply decided to come and sell tickets for her tour at crazy prices, thinking that they would be sold out in the same way as Beyoncé. And of course, all this leads to the fact that Jennifer Lopez cancels part of her concert tour due to unsold tickets. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck met each other on the set of the romantic comedy Gilly, and got engaged in November of the same year. In the future, they will meet for 2 years, and Ben Affleck will propose to Jennifer Lopez, but unfortunately, It never comes to the wedding. It all started with the fact that on the day of the celebration, they announced the postponement of the ceremony itself, and subsequently canceled the wedding altogether. Then they both said that the reason for their breakup was the increased attention of the press, and therefore the relationship could not withstand such tension. But after a 19-year break, in 2021 year, they resumed their relationship again, and a year later, Ben Affleck proposes to JLO. In theory, if the reason for the breakup last time was the increased attention of the press, many could assume that this time Jennifer Lopez would be less willing to share her personal life with her. But in practice, she began not only to tell, but also made a whole film. The greatest love story that has never been told, dedicated also to and a relationship with Ben Affleck. In the documentary, Jennifer frankly admits that Affleck does not like all this and causes great discomfort. Also in this film, JLO says that Ben Affleck is dissatisfied with his role as a muse, but unfortunately she can't do it any other way. So far, the couple has not given any official statements about the divorce, and even appeared together at an event that took place recently. But as insiders say, the couple's relationship is really not the best period right now. Throughout the couple's marriage, signs that something was seriously wrong became more and more obvious. Moreover, Ben seemed to be pulling away as JLO was increasingly hungry for his attention after her album 2024 year with Esmino failed, and her tour was almost cancelled due to poor ticket sales. These are the main signs that there were problems in paradise. An unhappy honeymoon. JLO is all smiles. Neither mutual separation for several months, nor a repeated course of therapy does not help them to improve their relationship. As the insider says, she has known Ben Affleck for almost 10 years, and he shared with her that everything in Jennifer Lopez's relationship boils down to a constant struggle, and that the couple is rapidly moving towards divorce. Also recently, Jennifer Lopez notices in search of a new home, and Ben Affleck finally moves out of the dream mansion, which, by the way, they have been looking for together for several years. Leak lives in a separate house from Jennifer Lopez, in a 38-square-foot mansion, right down the road from his ex-wife Jen Gardner. We noticed a pizza delivery at Ben Affleck's house. We spotted Jen Gardner's ex-wife at Ben Affleck's house. But without JLO, Jennifer Lopez also visited Madgal alone, as many people talked about. Not to mention, she was also caught being a bit snarky on camera. Wearing it tonight. But many assume that Ben Affleck hates attention, and Jennifer Lopez loves him, and this will always be an issue between them. In any case, it's nice to see these two appear in public together. So, summing up all that I have told today, my subjective opinion boils down to the fact that this couple was really very beautiful and discussed, but that's just what Jennifer Lopez herself wanted. She always wanted to be visible. She has been striving for this success for a long time, somewhere stepping over her colleagues, somewhere showing a fake picture of what is happening, and only for this reason, probably, she is now where she is. In fact, it was stupid to hope that after a couple of years of fame and life in plain sight, she would simply withdraw into herself and close herself off from everyone. When Jennifer Lopez wanted to shine, Ben Affleck, just wanted to live, enjoy life, walk around in some kind of sweater, jeans, with unshaven stubble, and just enjoy work. Well, here, as we understand it, their interests diverged. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel so that you and I will definitely not get lost and yet.